So in this video I'm gonna be showing you how to do clutchless upshift and downshift. I got a comment on that how do you do clutchless upshifting and downshifting. I did a video related to this I think a year or two ago, when I had the GoPro Hero 7 Black, but that was in Kannada. So I made that video in Kannada. If you want to watch it in Kannada, I'll just add a card to it. But clutchless upshifting and downshifting, before showing it to you, I want you to understand how it works. So clutchless upshifting and downshifting is just like having a quick shifter and an auto blipper in a bike. And the issue with a bike which has cable operated throttle is you can add an upshifting that is the quick shifter for upshifting, but not a auto blipper for downshifting, because of course it is like the throttle cable operated throttle. So that's the reason a bike with auto blipper is because it is an electronic throttle type, which is also known as ride by wire technology. What upshifting and downshifting, but how does these things work, right? So whenever you are upshifting, how it works is, first thing, the most important thing that is, it just skips a spark in your ignition system. It plays with your ignition timing. That's how you get that quick upshift. And downshifting is just like rev matching, but it's totally automated. You need not pull in the clutch, downshift, match the revs according to the transmission and the speed and the RPM, all these things. You need not have all this headache. Grip the throttle, no tension. Everything is done by the ECU. As soon as you downshift, the ECU calculates the RPM, the speed and the gear and everything, and it matches the revs according to the speed and the gear. And that's how the quick shifter and the auto blipper works. Now if you want to do the same thing in your bike, whatever bike it is, no matter what the bike, if you want to do the same thing, it is possible, of course. I'm gonna just demonstrate in my 250R. I have been doing this for years now. I can easily recommend to you guys, or I can easily demonstrate for you guys as well. Now that I have explained how quick shifter and the auto blipper works, you need to do the same thing what is done by these sensors and the ECU and everything, but manually. That's it. So how to do it? Remember this, the quick shifting and the auto blipping manually is a little risky. People also recommend, even in the bikes which are equipped with quick shifter and auto blipper, people recommend it to do it on the higher revs because it is easier. Look, around 3000 RPM, right? So in 3000 RPM, if you want to imagine, there are of course in 4-stroke engine, that is the suction, the ignition, the power and the exhaust. So these are 4-stroke in a 4-stroke engine. So at 3000 RPM, let's just say there are 3 strokes happening. It's just for an example I'm giving. This is not the exact term I am using, but at 3000 RPM, let's just say there are three cycles happening. And whenever you're upshifting, right, so if you have to skip a spark, that is 1 cycle. So if you want to do that, it is very difficult, because 1 out of 3, if you take it out, is around 66% of success rate. You can do it, but it's just that the probability is like very high. 1/3 of the possibility means it's quite high. You should not attempt at that RPM to downshift and upshift without the clutch. My recommendation always would be, do it at least above 5000 RPM, which is easier for you. It doesn't give a lot of stress on your gearbox. So now you have understood the probability, the issues and how it works. I'm just gonna demonstrate it. Now I'm not using any clutch. I'm in the 5th gear. Look, now I shifted to 6th gear. It's that easy. What you want to do is, right, so whenever you are upshifting, you need to get ready. First thing, you need to be mentally prepared to shift the gear. So I recommend you to just try it few times. After a few times you'll get it. Now the downshift, see, that's it. Downshift again. Upshift again. Upshift again. downshift, downshift, downshift. It's so much easier. Work. Now that is the demonstration. Now when you come to explanation, whenever you are upshifting, right, you should leave the throttle first. Higher RPM, around 5000 RPM. Leave the throttle, push the gear up, shift to the next gear, and again hold the throttle. See, it's that simple. But you have to do it very quickly. You should not delay it. Otherwise, you're gonna feel jerk. You'll just move forward. It's very easy. It's just like what I told you. You have to skip a spark. That's it. That's how it works in the quick shifter. Now you are doing it manually. That's it. So don't worry about it. It's very safe. Okay, it's not gonna hurt your bike. Just practice a little. You'll be able to do it within 1 or 2 months. This is easier than you see it. Okay, so for the upshifting, like I told, leave the throttle, push the gear lever up, go into the next gear, and again resume your throttle how much ever you want to apply. But it should be done quickly. That's it. That's the only condition. Nothing else. For downshifting, it is just like auto blipping. It's just like rev matching. It's just like rev matching, but you're eliminating the clutch mechanism here. That's it. Now for example, look, I'm downshifting. I downshifted again. I'm downshifted again. Now I'm in third gear. I come to the second gear. See? So that's how it works. So whenever you're downshifting, that is clutchless downshifting, just like the rev match feature, one thing what you have to keep in mind is you should not give heavy amount of throttle. Like for example, let's just say, who is this idiot, man? Why is he riding with hazards? So let's just say you are now around 4500 RPM and you want to downshift. Now you should not give, when you're blipping the throttle, right, you should not blip like too much. For example, 4500 RPM, you should blip the throttle by 40%. Whatever the throttle percentage you can roll, right, you should blip around 40%. It depends on every other bike. It depends on the RPM range and everything, but this is the basic thing. Like you should blip the throttle when you are downshifting. While blipping the throttle, you should downshift as well. What will come first is your downshifting. Okay, first you have to downshift, then blip the throttle. This is the order, but it should be such a fast interaction between these two. You should not feel the difference. Like whenever people watch you downshifting without clutch, people should feel like, how is he doing it? Okay, you should be that fast, because downshifting, you are gonna feel the ultimate pleasure. Just now, see, that's a downshift without the clutch. So that's how you have to do it. For example, now I'm gonna demonstrate, because there's clearly a open road. So now I'm gonna upshift. I've upshifted. First, push down the gear lever into the lower gear, then blip the throttle. Okay, just like how I will do now. Be ready. Fifth, fourth, third. See, it's that easy. Again, if you want to upshift, leave the throttle, give and pull up. Leave the throttle, pull up. Leave the throttle, pull up. That's it. It's very easy, and it's gonna save you a lot of time on highways. It doesn't make you tired. You can relax and you can cruise easily. So again, if I have to give you a recap, for upshifting, leave the throttle, pull the gear up, and again resume the throttle you give. For downshifting, push down the gear lever. For downshifting, push down the gear lever and blip the throttle. That's it. Just to match the RPM to the gearbox. That's it. nothing more, nothing less. And believe me, this is gonna be somewhat of a put you in a different league whenever you meet with others, right? You are gonna be in another league, honestly. And it also helps you to relax on the highways, because many people would have, I learned this skill because I want to ride for a long distance, and in a day I like to do like 600, 700, 800, 1000, whatever it is I want to do. So I don't want to get tired. So that's the reason I learned this skill, and it has helped me a lot. I'm able to do 600, 700 easily without straining my left hand. People pull in the clutch, pull out the clutch like hundreds of times sometimes whenever they are going on a long ride. So I don't want you guys to strain your left hand and have this non-enjoying ride. So that's the reason, that's where this skill helps you a lot. Practice by yourself, and at least do it for 1 or 2 months. If you have mastered the rev matching, right, after mastering the rev matching, I don't think this will be much difficult for you. You can do this for maybe in a week or 2 weeks. You know, it's that easy if you know how to rev match. But that topic aside, if you have any doubts related to, you know, the rev auto clutch, without the clutch, upshifting and downshifting, let me know in the comments, or you can ping me in Instagram as well. I'll leave my ID. I'll be happy to make you understand, or make you clear your doubts in a better manner if you have not understood by this video. I hope I have explained you well, but even after that, if you have any doubts, you are welcome to ask in the comment section. If I am not able to, then at least some of the riders who are more skilled than me may clear your doubts in a better manner. Saying that, I will end this video. But I have to say congrats to the genius who has put speed breaker on a national highway.